another one, man. A lot of weird shit's been going on already. Like, it's not even like, what's it, the 13th? Never mind. But, shoot, mad crazy shit's been going on. But, there ain't nothing to do. Do your own research, man. Don't take anything serious. You know, entertainment purposes only. But we gonna jump into this shit right now. See what all the fuss is about.
A few months ago when people were screaming, birds are not real, birds are not real. Well, I think you're gonna wanna watch this.
This is an American spy pigeon.
A fucking
It is
spy
equipped with
pigeon.
an explosive
I
device
cannot make
inside
this up.
that is as powerful as a giant bomb. Next to it is a military-grade chip to process incoming information. Below the pigeon is a turbofan engine that can dive at a target if necessary. Above the engine is a fuel storage tank to power it. On the chest of the pigeon is a high-definition camera that it can take very clear pictures even at a great distance. The pigeon's head is equipped with a transmitter that transmits the information it's captured. It's watching a house. The house is home to one of the Soviet Union's top scientists. It's watching every move the scientist makes. It transmits the information it's captured through the satellite dish. The spy satellites in the sky pick up his messages and pass them on to the intelligence office on the ground. The intelligence officer synthesizes the information. Once he analyzes it to the detriment of the U.S., he gives the order to attack. When the pigeon receives the order to attack, it would immediately start its jet engines and swoop down towards the scientist's house. The next day's newspapers carried a message. The scientist had been killed in a fire. One of these pigeons had been captured. When it was disassembled, it looked like this.
I'm telling you, right now, these motherfuckers right here are not real. An explosive spy pigeon. Yeah, let that sink in. Let me know y'all thoughts of them allegedly having spy pigeons in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if you want that exclusive content and hit that email if y'all trying to work. And by the way, this for entertainment purposes only. So who remember a few months ago when people were screaming, birds are not real?
Like you said, let me know what y'all think. You think birds are real or not? Oh, wait. Let me rephrase that. Do you think there's spy pigeons out there? I don't know. I be having mixed feelings about birds overall. You know, I mess with birds. You know, I never had, what did they just say in the comments? But no, I definitely think there's some real birds out there. But I can see they're being spied. You know, they're trying to make sure they know where everybody at. Everything. So why not have birds? They literally showed it in the Hunger Games. They might, I ain't going. You never know, man.
People are saying that they're concerned for Joe Biden's health after watching what he did in these recent videos. In the first video, he approached this young lady and did this to her.
Do you have this in Secretary Austin?
I do. I'm sorry.
Was it a lapse in judgment for him not to tell you earlier?
Yes.
And it's not an exaggeration because this young lady in the video even seemed to turn around shocked.
I do. I'm sorry.
Was it a lapse in judgment for him not to tell you earlier?
And in the second video, he was held back by somebody because they didn't know what he was gonna do.
Morgan Sherwin. This is Morgan Sherwin and Sam Cerruti. They're our team members here. They help us. They help us, service and sales.
How old is Joe Biden? I really wonder why. Not really into politics, but 82 years old? Alright. We gotta cut the dude some slack. He's 82 years old. I didn't know he was, that's crazy. I didn't know he was that. 22 years old.
And we don't know the exact details of Joe Biden's health because the White House would never release that information. But chat, let me know in the comments, do you guys think that these videos were weird or not?
Yeah, I don't know what y'all think about these. What do you think? What's your feelings on this, man?
Bam! You're dead. Don't put
Calling girls like that.
mayonnaise on the sandwich. Oils oxidize and turn into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides. Heated oils, whether it's fried or even room temperature in salads as a salad dressing, cause plaque in your arteries. Cholesterol does not cause plaque in your arteries. Cholesterol does not cause heart disease. It's an absolute lie. Your biggest enemy is oil. It turns into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides. I found that out in 1969. Did my 20,000 autopsies, and 2 of them were wild sheep from the Atlas Mountains of North Africa, north of Morocco. And they were only in America for 2 months. They died 3 days apart. When I did the autopsy on them, they died from 98% blockage of their coronary arteries with plaque. I had to sit down a minute. Now, where were these sheep getting cholesterol? They're not eating eggs. They're not eating red meat. So I gathered up the food they were eating. We looked for pollution. We couldn't find any pollution or contaminants, chemical contaminants in the food. But we did find the acrylamides and the oxidized oil. But they didn't, in the recipe, they didn't add any oils. Your biggest enemy is oil. It turns into trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides. I found that out in 1969.
So what y'all about? I don't know. Y'all about to give up oils, man? That mayonnaise too. I mean, I don't be eating mayonnaise, so it's all about that oil, man. Don't get rid of that oil. I don't eat it.
Imagine you open your garage door and you see the entire Atlantic Ocean.
This is Hampton, y'all. They had another huge surge, y'all. This is what happened.
Close the door. Y'all need a boat. Y'all need a jet ski. Y'all might even need a helicopter.
That's not even gonna help, y'all. Yeah, imagine waking up to this, y'all.
It was totally submerged in about 5 feet of water.
5 feet of water.
Ocean.
Look at this. This is Hampton.
This is why I bought this boat.
This is New Hampshire.
This is why I got
Look
this
at
boat
that.
in my closet.
The whole place is flooded. The whole Atlantic Ocean is literally in their yard. That's crazy, y'all. You see that? You can see the pavers. Remember, y'all, we are going through a pole flip. Pole flip. Everything is flipping. Okay, everything is flipping. So water has to be displaced. Water is gonna have to be displaced. It's the first thing. Our planet is 70% water, or even more. So yes, water is gonna have to move. And we are in winter, may I add, in winter. Why is water coming up in winter? Literally, the weather is going through it. So let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. Like, share, and comment for more videos like this. We here, we shifting, y'all. Let's get it. Peace in.
This rapper is a clone, and here's proof. Watch
You need
this.
to see this. Do you think Lil Baby is a clone?
They look a lot alike. They didn't think we'd notice?
My body here, but my mind sold over here. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of stuff I do, I just let my body do it. And my mind be somewhere else. So I even get too back into it. Little baby, you ain't done a lot of talking. I know for a fact my mind be on something else. Well, focus, baby. Tell them that shit. Focus. That's what all my takes. Like I really try to just go by myself. So I'm in the studio everybody. So I'm in the studio everybody. So but fact, my mind be on something else. Well, focus, baby. Focus. Focus. Even if I feel emotional, I ain't sure.
Why not?
This is one of those clone glitches.
Like, I learned a lot of this from prison. Like, I was hurt in prison before. Like, just the whole time I'm in jail to the point I just, like...
What do y'all think? Is Little Baby a clone? This rapper is a clone, and here's proof.
I don't know, man, but it's all about what we think a clone is, really, right?
Okay, this is a bit creepy.
People be thinking, you know, like, could be a clone where they grew him up as a little, you know, like they be, like, you know, lab type shit. In glass jars with his little fetus, whatever. You know, so, or you talking about some robot and shit. I don't know. Could be either or. Or it could just be a little baby. Oh. Yeah.
Creepy. Let me know what you guys think.
Let me know what you guys think.
So, why does NASA have all these old school cars? My thoughts are, they're cars without computers in them. All from the 1970s. They're preparing for an EMP blast. What's odd is they're not just old school NASA cars.
What you think about
Here's a news car. They have a whole fleet from NASA vehicles, semi-trucks, ambulances.
That's why they want you guys to buy them Teslas.
Perhaps this is where that $50 million a day budget is going.
I ain't knocking no Tesla.
Because we all know it's certainly not getting us into space.
You know, you get a Tesla, you get
collectors of CGI videos and apparently old school cars.
You know?
Let me know what you think they're using them for. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
That'd be fire. That's what I'm trying to do. Water powered V8 coming soon. You know, if I want the video. But that's crazy. Let me know what you guys think about that. NASA having all them old cars. You think it's just a movie set? I mean, it's NASA. What am I talking about? But whatever. You know. NASA, man. NASA. But pause. I mean.
Yo, look at this. This is what the winter storm is looking like all across the United States right now. Now, I'm guessing that was Iowa, but this is what's happening in Maine right now. It's actually getting worse. And this is a prime example of what I mean by getting worse. Absolutely devastating, guys. I can't imagine a flood taking away a house from me. I just can't. This is so harsh. I wish the best for these people. Now, look. The freezing temperatures are through the roof. Look at this gas pump.
I know what you mean by the snow and the freezing.
It's frozen in midair. Okay?
But
never in a million years would I have thought that I would see something like this. Now, I came across this video and I have no idea what's happening. Okay, it looks like a power outage, but why is there multiple different colors? I don't know. So if somebody could explain, I'd highly appreciate it. Let's go to the next thing. Now, can we talk about how there's a volcano that just erupted in Iceland? And it actually destroyed some homes. You can see here, there are people observing the volcanic eruption. Check that out. At this point, I'ma just start saying, we'll see what happens on the next episode of 2024. Because I'm sure tomorrow, there's gonna be something crazier happening. It doesn't seem to be slowing down, guys. But I sure hope it does.
This ain't cool. It's been weird. This one has been weird. Especially the past month. But there'll be a storm. 2 days. There'll be actually a day. There'll be a nice storm. Roads are filled with snow. Next day it might be 40 degrees, 30 degrees, or pouring out. Like, come on now. Yeah, like we don't got. I don't think we had snow covering the ground for real for longer than 16 hours straight. It just bothers me about. I mean, that's how it is anyway over here, but I don't know. You know.
Wow, the pyramid, first of all, when you stand next to the Great Pyramid, time slows down because it's a time dilation bubble. They knew all of this stuff. I mean, the Great Pyramid itself is a gigantic multifunctional stone computer and power generator. It's got multiple functions. And so when you begin to analyze it as a technological device, not as a model.
But I have noticed every year, it feels like the winter gets pushed back closer to the summer. Maybe it's just me.
monument, all of a sudden, all these question marks start popping up. And when you begin to start looking for answers to those question marks and start studying engineering books, you start to see that we're looking at a real machine. And it's so ingenious how they built this. There's a couple ways that it could happen. First of all, it never was a mud ramp. Mud ramps is a complete farce because you would need more mass than the pyramid in mud.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And when you stand next to these megalithic blocks, you're going to realize you can't put them on top of tree logs. You got to go get the tree logs from Turkey and bring them all the way down to Egypt. And then you got to get these stones and put them on top and roll them into sand. The more asinine it begins to sound. But when you start to look at some of the writings and you hear that Thoth talks about a couple different things. First, it was a quarry that they used to harvest some of these stones. And you can see that, you can witness it, you can go there and see that. They obviously had some type of gravity control system.
Try to think about the pyramids, man. How they ran.
Wow, the pyramid, first of all, when you stand next to the Great Pyramid, time slows down because it's time dilation bubble. They knew all of this stuff. I mean, the Great Pyramid itself is a gigantic multifunctional stone computer and power generator. It's got multiple functions. And so when you begin to analyze it as a technological device, not as a monument, all of a sudden, all these questions.
Proof dimensions are starting to mesh together.
If you remember watching Shazam in the 90s with Sinbad, the actor, well, the movie never existed.
Do you all remember a movie called Shazam with Sinbad playing a genie?
You know what? The movie was never real. It was, the rumor started in 2009. I don't know where it came from, but it's not real.
Millions of people remember watching this movie, but it never existed. Apparently, it's a Mandela effect, a collective false memory of something that a lot of people remember, but it never happened. Just like, for instance, the Mandela effects of the Monopoly guy with the monocle, the Berenstein Bears with an E, and George the monkey with the tail. These things never happened. And the thing is, I recently found videos of people who actually have a VHS tape.
But I had my own encounter with this. Like if you ever seen that video of the Berenstein Bears tape shit, you know when he walks into the other room and it switches back and he walks back over and switches. I got this pair of dunks. Feel me? I wore them. I got them a couple years ago from New York, in New York City, the Nike store. If I look at them, they're navy blue. They're the Michigan Dunks. They're the Michigan Dunks. Blue and yellow. Navy blue and yellow. So, you know, I rocked them like twice. But I have been like a year and a half, probably 2 years now. Nah, I'm bugging, probably a year, but still. I pull them out this is probably like Christmas. Maybe a little bit after Christmas. Them shits were black and yellow. I look them up, I can't find no dunks like mine. How did they just switch though? But that's not the man. I'm trying to figure out what that even is. Because if it was a Mandela effect, wouldn't the shoe be on StockX or some shit? But everyone switched shit. So I don't know. That shit fucked me up when that shit happened to me. I don't know what to believe.
I still don't understand the whole issue with this movie Shazam with Sinbad.
If it never existed, how come a lot of people still have the VHS tape? Are we in a different timeline? Time travel? Parallel universe? What's going on?
Yeah, it never existed.
Yeah, it never existed, but it's
strange, isn't it? But it gets even stranger. I found an original scene from the Shazam movie. In it, several Mandela effects.
And that's another thing. Sorry for pausing. I'm sorry for pausing for real. But another thing, I be feeling like I watch a movie and then I watch it, either a year later, 2 years later, even just a month or two, couple months. It could have been an old movie, but I just watched it again. And then a couple months later, I watch it again. I'm like, whoa. I think it might have happened to me once. I don't know. I might have been bugging, but still, it was like, I never seen that.
What are you doing? Dad couldn't have thrown out all of Mom's stuff. He just couldn't have. James, there's gotta be something he forgot here. Something real we can remember her by.
George, the monkey with the tail. What?
We have our memories. They're real. No one can take that from us.
Yeah, clean this up. Can you imagine if Dad saw this mess?
Really hooked on them.
Bless you. What is that?
Berenstein Bears with an E. What?
See, it's all crazy. That shit became
Mandela, Nelson Mandela died at 68. What?
That shit be connected. Tell you for real.
Wait, y'all are not Tina.
Kidnapper! Wait, you know her mom?
I want you to make me my own dinosaur.
Last but not least, Carmen Sandiego with a yellow suit. Why would someone leave so many Mandela effects inside of a movie that never existed? What is going on here? Time travel or what?
Yeah, I feel you think it's time travel. Because what else would it be at the end of the day? If it's not time travel, how are people messing with this? I don't know.
Do you miss Bond? Do you miss Bond?
Yes, do you miss Bond?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Proof to
And another thing, let me know. You know, Fruit of the Loom, right? Everybody knows what Fruit of the Loom is. Shirts, the boxers, you know, whatever. What is their logo? Comment below what their logo is. And if you're right, actually, yeah, we know what the logo looks like, man.
Do you miss Bond? Do you miss Bond?
Yes, do you miss Bond?
Yeah. Your body do?
Yeah.
Why?
Look at my video, guys.
But I miss my uncle because God did something bad to my uncle. Do you miss Bond? Do you miss
The Schmidt says OD. Well, man, definitely knows something he shouldn't. He shouldn't. So sad though, for real. Nah, OD. Wow, that's crazy.
So I know y'all heard about the winter storms and everything that's coming, that's about to hit Texas and everything, right? I've been told y'all that they put the truth in the movie and y'all gotta take this shit way more serious, bro. Pay attention.
Well, it's that time of year again when we start to see articles and posts on social media about the polar vortex. Let's do two things. One, we'll talk about exactly what it is, and two, we'll talk about the impacts that we can see from it here in Southeast Texas. Now, very simply put, the polar vortex is just a bitter air mass that goes around the Arctic Circle. Typically in the winter, we see cool to mild temperatures in the 30s, 40s, and 50s at worst. Up in the Arctic Circle with the polar vortex, those temperatures are 30, 40, and 50 degrees below zero. Now, typically, we keep that air bottled up across the Arctic thanks to a very strong jet stream. But what happens when that jet stream weakens? It starts to buckle and it becomes wavy. And as that happens, we can get loads breaking off from the polar vortex of that bitter cold air. And sometimes it can dive as far south as the Gulf states.
What I'm about to tell you is supposed to be confidential. Several hours ago, 3 helicopters went down over Scotland. They crashed because the fuel in their lines froze. At what temperature does... Negative 150 degrees Fahrenheit. We had to look it up. The temperature dropped phenomenally fast. On the ground, people froze before they could get out of their cars even.
First, the deers were going crazy, and now they're getting frozen. Temperatures hit -58 in Russia, and there are freezing animals everywhere, y'all.
It seems just like a hurricane.
Only hurricanes don't form over land. Air mass that goes around the Arctic Circle.
Y'all understand why I be putting up the movies and stuff now, right? Like, do it make sense now? You feel me? Wake up!
Let me know what y'all think, man. Is it getting cold where you are? No.
If you motherfuckers really knew about what Illuminati is, it's not about Illuminati, bro. Illuminati is the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ that still live today. That's Illuminati. The devil always want to take something and make it his. Illuminati is mine. The 12 disciples of Christ that still live to this day, that act as angels, that help people, that do the right thing righteously, that test people when they ask God for certain things, and then they get tested so much that they don't even want the gift no more. This is what I'm saying, bro. You can't put people in position to answer questions that actually know who these people are. 50 Tyson was called all kinds of names, and they acted like he was nobody. Lo and behold, do you know who that man is that you call a mother? He got a whole family. He got kids. That's Kevin Hart. And I refuse to let y'all tear him down. Yeah, that all Cat is doing is the same thing his grandson is trying to do. Put everything into position to where everybody understands that these aliens ain't the people that you think they are. They are raping, robbing, and pillaging everything that has God in it. Everything that has God in it. Everything else. Why does not America look like Dubai and Germany? And why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia? And where the f is the money going? Every single mayor needs to figure out what the f they want to do before there should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! Da, 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 bullshit. You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all. At all. We deserve free everything. At least if you're not going to give us reparations by money, give us reparations in fruit. You owe us over $1.5 million. These subsidy checks are... So we are the hoes. And the government is our pimp. So, since we're not getting mad about them taking that percentage, okay, for taking care of the American people, okay, let's take that $1 billion and give them $2,500, and they should be happy with that because we take care of them. If you took care of us, we'd have free carrots. This ain't no mother game. Y'all owe us money. That's why you killed me as Martin Luther King, because I was coming to get our check. Ain't that what I said in my last, when I was on pulpit? That's what I said. I said, I'm coming to get our check.
You heard him, yo? He said that's why I came. He said they tried to kill me, but I mean,
if you motherfuckers really knew about what Illuminati is, it's not about Illuminati, bro. Illuminati is the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ that still live today.
Yo, this isn't even. What is this? This little balls. Look at this, guys. Some weird stuff. Well, Texas, it's official. It's snowing. Yo, this isn't even. What is this?
Look how cold it is in Chicago. It looks like a scene from the movie. There's Trump's building there. Now, I've visited Chicago before, and I remember the wind was almost unbearable. But right now, look at this. It's so cold that it's turning into what looks like a hot spring because the temperature's -7, but the water is warmer than the weather outside. That's what's so strange. So imagine how cold it is with the wind factor there in Chicago. Man, I feel so sorry for the people who are homeless in the city because you would pass away. But just take a look at some of these videos right here. I couldn't believe it.
This is normal for us. Welcome to Chicago.
Chicago is already a cold place. Imagine right now. This blizzard is insane.
I guess it be getting gritty like that in Chicago.
Look how cold it is in Chicago. It looks like a scene from the movie. There's Trump's building there. Now, I've visited Chicago before, and I remember the wind was almost unbearable. But right now, look at this. It's so cold that it's turning into what looks like a hot spring because the temperature's -7, but the water is warmer than the weather outside. That's what's so strange. So imagine how cold it is with the wind factor there in Chicago.
That's normal. This is normal, Chicago. This is normal for us. Haha. Welcome to Chicago. LOL. By the background music, this is how Chicago winter looks like. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. It's always like this. Nothing new here. Cool. Exclamation part. Ha ha crying, ha 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 crying. Okay, we on to the next one.
What they figured out with almond milk was we can take leftover parts of almonds and the ones that are broken and unsightly, and we can use those to make milk. And it's just a few almonds and some canola oil and some high fructose corn syrup, some flavorings, and we blend it up and we sell it for like $8 as a health food product. It's not a health food product. So almond milk is high in phytic acid that sucks minerals out of your bones. You have to take more minerals. And it's also high in oxalates, which are the things that are causing kidney stones and things that are causing gout and joint pain when you wake up. Even if you have really bad skin and you're eating a ton of these high oxalate foods like almond milk and kale smoothies and all, this can be why, because it's making tiny razor sharp calcium oxalate crystals in your skin that are coming out. So I don't recommend almond milk. So then we say, well, oat milk. Okay, that is the biggest scam on the planet right now. It raises your blood sugar as much as drinking a Coke. What they figured out with almond milk was we can take leftover parts of almonds and the ones that are broken and it's real. What they figured out with almond milk.
Let me know. You drink almond milk on a daily. Let me know. No, I'm just kidding. But man, I can't have nothing. I'm crying. You can't eat or drink anything anymore. Coconut milk for the win. Just make sure no added sugar. I'm not sure what brand of almond milk he's referring to, but what I have doesn't contain any high fructose corn syrup, which I do avoid. Man, I can't even have nothing. So do I just die or raw milk for the win? Hey, I'm gonna stop reading the comments, cause as you see, they shown the vanilla almond milk. Of course, that would have added sugars. Fructose, like, bro, same shit. To make it sweet, I drink the unsweetened one. Nasty fuck. I'm just kidding.
We can take.
It's real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as outer space.
No, and that's the whole thing that got you tricked and why you think the other planets and stuff. The planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars and stuff, is all?
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
They're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now? Yeah. How they go stupid and we believe it?
It's just it's so ingrained, you know, because your parents were taught that, their parents were taught that. So if you go against
our grandparents wasn't taught that.
Your great-granddaddy thought the Earth was flat?
Our grandparents and our great-grandparents was taught that the Earth was flat before 1968.
I don't think so.
Look up, find an encyclopedia before 1968. I know when I first came across the flat Earth stuff, I didn't believe in it and stuff, and I was trying to debunk it and everything. The thing that threw me off was they were talking about how fast the Earth spins at 666, everything's 666 and stuff like that, and making it sound like so evil. And that's the thing that threw me off. I'm like, there's too much of a conspiracy. Like, I know people can be smart and stuff and can be evil. I know how evil this world is because I'm a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
And I know the true meaning. I know the true reason why they're lying. I do. But that stuff that's what threw me off about the whole flat Earth, and I didn't believe it. The only way I believed it, I came across the emergency landings thing. That's when I was like, yeah.
I'll look into it.
Let me know what y'all think about the flat Earth. Do you think it's a flat Earth, or you think they're really about to make a civilization on Mars? You think they really went to the moon? You think they fly out every time they fly that rocket in the air? You think they go through the firmament or whatever you want to call that, or what? What do you think? You think they're sending rockets up there? You think they're actually going up there, but not showing us? Still taking fake pictures made by Hollywood. Hollywood is not stars, but Hollywood editors. Like, I think one was a Disney show editor or some shit, like animated though. Like, come on now.
So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you.
For those who didn't hear it, just please tell us how many. I know you don't have to tell us the exact names, but just tell us how many ingredients are in what you refer to as Chick-fil-A.
Well, it's a play on words, of course, and you got to be black people. They when I said McDevils, everybody was like ha ha ha. I said Taco Hell, ha ha ha. White Casket instead of White Castle, ha ha ha. Kentucky Fried Chicken, ha ha ha. Then when I said Long John Killers, they was fine. When I said the Murder King, they was fine. But black people got an emotional attachment to this Chick-fil-A spot. So when I said Chick-fil-A, well, I had to get extra security. So I was sitting one day drinking some coffee, and I was looking at the line at Chick-fil-A. 3 lines starting at 10:30 in the morning, and I stayed there for an hour. It never let up. I said, ain't no way in hell that a chicken sandwich tastes that good. Right. So I said, let me see. I wonder what they putting in it. And I started doing the research right at the time that you remember, in the hood there was this argument, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. And everybody was going back and forth, and you seen people at Popeyes, man, got shot. Man shot somebody because they didn't have no more chicken sandwiches left. I said, this ain't no regular chicken sandwiches. So I went and looked up Popeyes chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals.
See, I don't even get the
And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has.
It don't matter.
Over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich. Over 40 of them were man-made chemicals. I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. Because there's no way in the world to justify. So whenever I seen that, I said it in a message, and someone took the clip of it and then went on the website of Chick-fil-A, had it broke down where they were clicking on it, showing all of the ingredients and these chemicals that were in it. Do you know the next day Chick-fil-A took that down off their website? So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich, because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you, they're doping you, that they have you wanting the food not for nutrition or value, but because you become addicted by the MSG and the other chemicals that they've inserted in it, that also are immune system disruptors. They ill affect your brain, mess with your arteries, and any foreign substance automatically activates the immune system, which means our bodies, when we eat this kind of food, they are fighting an unnecessary battle. So when the real battles of disease show up, the systems are too worn out by fighting these small battles every day from bad eating that they can't handle a virus when it shows up. So it'll do us a great service. As the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this, he said, you must get your mouth out of the white man's kitchen. And remember this, the minister said this, whoever controls your kitchen controls your revolution. Because food affects mood. We are what we think, but we also are what we eat. And if we have the wrong teacher multiplied by the wrong diet, we're going to engage in the wrong activity, and success won't be ours.
You gotta watch what you consume, man.
So now you can't find
Krispy Kreme donuts have lines around the corner. Come on now, we talking donuts, man. You already know one donut probably got 600 calories in that bit. Don't matter though, I bust out that whole box though. I'm just kidding.
The good old Nicky. Here I am going to show you the biggest deception that has been.
So Fortnite did a secret update today where they added several new things, but the biggest thing in this update was Fortnite fixing the aim assist bug controller players have been having all of Chapter 5, and I'm going to show you. So Fortnite did a secret
So there's a specific. Pay attention and listen, because this CIA agent is going to tell you how to prepare for an upcoming disaster. Look.
Tip number one, only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. So only ever wear closed-toed, laced shoes. You can see my mouth can't wrap my way around it. Because no matter what shit hits the fan, if you got closed toes and laces on your feet, you're safe. I have seen way too many bad guys neutralized because they're fighting in flip-flops or sandals or some other shit. And as soon as like asphalt breaks and grass breaks and cement is falling down, your feet are fucked. Your fighting days are over. So always wear closed-toed shoes with laces. Number two, carry small denominations of US dollars. Because when the economy goes to shit, a $5 bill is going to be worth much more than $5. So if you only have 20s, 10s, $20, $100 bills, then you're going to be overpaying for everything because no one's going to give you change. So you need to carry small amounts of currency, because as soon as the banks shut down, every piece of currency massively increases in value. So I always encourage people to carry $200 in cash, US dollars in cash.
Not Canadian
I recommend
dollars.
you carry those in small denominations.
What about Canadian dollars or Turkish lira?
I would do the same thing with all of it, man. Keep everything in small amounts. Because here's the thing. If you're in Turkey and you're trying to get out of Turkey, guess what the most important currency is going to be?
So do you think USD would still be universally recognized as superior to those in those situations? You would take lira over USD in some cases?
As long as US dollars are the dominant economic force,
yeah,
want to use those.
Okay.
We don't stand the risk of losing US dollar dominance until we start reaching parity with some other economic power. So 2027, 2029, 2031, that's when you have to really keep an eye on what currency is going to be. But currency valuations change much slower than we think, right? Because there's momentum behind them. So get your hands on US dollars, have them in small denominations. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3, the only self-defense weapon you need to be a master with is some kind of baton.
So let's recap. Number 1, closed-toed shoes. Number 2, you need at least $200 for when the banks fail. And number 3, you need to become proficient with a physical weapon. Because if you're just carrying around a gun, once you run out of ammo, that weapon becomes useless. And if I were you, I would start preparing now, because it seems like Mark Zuckerberg is already building an apocalypse bunker in Hawaii. Pay attention and listen, because this CIA agent is going to tell you how to prepare for an upcoming disaster. Look.
Tip number 1, only ever wear.
You know what y'all think about that? CIA.
Bien, la historia empieza.
The court system speaks its own language.
So when you go in for a hearing, they're listening to see if you know who you are. So what the judge is going to determine is what jurisdiction you're going to be in. And so when you know who you are, you know how to answer or respond appropriately. So when the judge asks you, can you hear me? Is he asking to see if the sound and the volume's okay? Can you physically listen and hear him? Or is he asking something else? So, a way to answer that would be, define hearing. Are you talking about audible, sound, volume? He wants you under his jurisdiction. What jurisdiction is that? Admiralty law, commerce, commercial law, right? Because when he has jurisdiction over you, that means that the courts have authority over you. The court has jurisdiction over you, meaning you're a ward of the state. So they can determine the outcome because they're a parent corporation. A parent corporation to the corporation that sounds like you but isn't you. So Jane Doe, all caps, sounds like Jane Doe, your family name. So when they say, is Jane Doe here, and you answer yes, you've just subjected yourself under their jurisdiction. So you could say something like, I'm here to address the matter. Friends call me Jane. You can call me Jane. And you're not admitting that you're somehow an all caps name corporation. There's so many little tricks and nuances to the courts. So the more prepared you are, the better off you'll do, and the more tools in your tool belt you'll have. So standing, developing one.
Alright, y'all, that's a video. If you made it this far, comment, tape, but not, you know, like I say every time, do your own research. But anyways, y'all have a great day, great morning, great afternoon, you know, etc. You know, positivity is everything. Na 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 na.